Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's tarot. Today is Monday, the 26th of November. I'm very pleased to be here. I hope you've all had a great weekend. Good morning to all the people in Australia, and good afternoon and good evening to everybody else around the world. I hope that you are well. We've had some crazy weather here at the moment, and it may be a reflection of the craziness that I have seen in the news and around with people to the last few days. If you have a look in the comments box, welcome to everybody who's hopping on right now. I'll quickly have a look. There's Nina, Marie, Kate, Susan, welcome. Surya, is that how you say it? Courtney, Danielle, Merlina, welcome everybody. Okay, you have a look in the comments box, and I want to very briefly talk about this. Whenever we are wanting change in our lives, we want it in one way, but another part of us is not listening, or we are not really implementing and wanting that change, because we all know that change can be pretty scary. We don't know, we'd rather, I hate this term, and I've mentioned it a few times, but when people say it's better the devil you know, like, come on, you want to know the devil? I mean, for heaven's sake, you don't want to do that, trust me. You want to be able to feel in a space that you can move into change. And if your life isn't working for you, then change is obviously what you need. And your head knows that, and your logic mind says that, but your emotion has that fear. But what if? What if I do it wrong? And there's always that issue around, am I doing the right thing? Well, you'll never know unless you do it. And there never is a wrong thing. There never is. Okay, so like a few weeks ago, I was talking about blocks. Well, just imagine that there's no such thing as the wrong thing. Because when you start talking about the wrong thing, you are already trying to create the outcome. And you are really not working from your inner soul. You're working with the logical mind. And I hope you understand that. So the last few weeks I've been practicing the art of surrender. What does that actually mean? To actually surrender. Now, in the Sanskrit, in the ancient Hindu times, surrender has, they call surrender a kriya, and a kriya, or a crier. It should actually be a cry. And that usually happens, that spiritual surrender very often happens when literally you have no choice, where you have no choice and no control over an outcome, like your partner leaves you, or you're suddenly bankrupt, or yet you've been faced with a fatal disease. And so that point where you go, oh, and you know that your back is against the wall, right? Now, I'm telling you today that you do not need to get to that space, because when you look in hindsight, if you look to see before you get to that kriya, before you get to that spiritual surrender, there's all these little voices, there's these little evidences of that there's something not right, and you're not listening, and you're choosing not to. Now, when you start surrendering, you become very aware of that little voice that's trying, that's been doing its best to talk to you. What is that little voice? That little voice is your soul. It is your deep subconscious trying to talk to you, to help you along. You are not in this life journey on your own. And in the surrender, do this. This is my number one takeaway today. If you choose to surrender, if what you're doing right now in your life is not working, you've tried this, you've tried that, you're doing this, you're doing that, you know you're setting your goals, you're You're on it, you know, you're working hard, you're doing, maybe you're overdoing even to a point of ridiculousness. Stop. That is your Kriya. Stop. And what you do in that surrender is very simply be in the present moment. That's it. Be in the present moment. Do not take any action. Do not do anything. Do nothing, as a matter of fact. First takeaway, do nothing and be in the present moment. Why? Because if you are actually active in that present moment, you're not in the future, you're not in the past, you're like the observer. So you're like you're like a person in a tall building looking down. What are you looking down at? You're looking down at your mind. You're looking down at your subconscious thoughts and being just present to that. Meditation's great for that. That's the first step. Very simple, right? And it's just the act of doing that. Being surrender, the first step. Letting go, or the Kriya, that cry, just stop. Okay, and today's tarot, I wonder who I'm going to read for today. What is today's tarot talking about? Now, if anything that I've said this morning about the Kriya or the crier, however that word is pronounced in the Sanskrit language, that spiritual surrender is maybe what we all need to do if we want to reach that next level in our lives. You know, a lot of people on our planet, we have so much. We've got the car, we've got this, we've got that, we've got probably money in the bank. We've got so much available to us. Stop looking out there for the answer. The answer is not out there. The universe uses the out there to try to show us what's going on. And if you're not in the present moment and being the observer, you will not see it. And so what I'm saying to you is don't look out there for the answers. Go within. Start meditating. Find a meditation that works for you and spend some time on your own. All right? When you start doing that, you start to really then see what the BS is all about out there. And it's not really true either. So if this is resonating with you right now, please tell me, because this is huge for a lot of people right now. If you want to really be happy in your life, if you want to really feel good, you want to wake up feeling good, and not necessarily to be a ball breaker or you know, to go, you know, travel to Alaska, but just want to be happy. Just that, where did that all go? Where did that happiness go? That, you know, like a child when they wake up in the morning because they're all excited, and they're not necessarily excited because they're getting something or going somewhere. They're just excited about life. And that is, if that's what you want, then start there. Just surrender. Just surrender to the present moment. And forget all the other shit that comes up in your mind. You've got to do this and you've got to do that. No, you don't. Because if you take yourself out of the equation for a moment in your life, everything would remain the same. And it won't change unless you actively go into that spiritual surrender, which is to stop, get into the present moment. I hope that makes sense. It's very powerful. I'm going to be talking about that in our groups today, particularly for those of you who are at the stage of quantum leaping through different realities. And if you're doing that right now, or if you're experimenting with that, you need to know about this spiritual surrender. You need to be fully aware of it and embody it, because that is key. There's a lot of things that are key, but that is key. Spiritual surrender means letting go of everything you think you know, and also letting go of what you don't know. Wonderful. Okay, so here's the reading for today. I hope you're all well, by the way, and I know you're all there. Hello, welcome. I really love it that you come and listen to me on a Monday morning or in the mornings, and I'm hoping that what I'm presenting for you and giving for you is giving you some positiveness, some love and some gain in your life. You know, the first card. Oh, okay, look at this. Oh my God, this is the best card in the deck. Can you read that? It is the Sun. The Sun is a major arcana card. And as you can see, there's a beautiful horse there with a little boy on it, and he's got the sun behind him, or he is the sun. Now, when you get the Sun in your card, it means that all your wishes, your deep desires, your truths are there for you. So whatever you are planning, and I think we had this like last Friday, we had a beautiful card that was about keeping going and not stopping, and now's the Sun. Your reward is not that far away. So whatever it is that's been ailing you right at this time, for those of you who are on right now, and for those of you who are actively listening to the replay, this message is for you. The Sun is about go for it. The Sun is get a lottery ticket. The Sun is about enjoying every moment, because you have it all. Now, you might have nothing in the bank, but you've got life. You've got something to be grateful for. And in all those gratitudes, in all of those, you have the beauty of the Sun. The Sun is saying, go for it. The Sun is saying, don't be afraid. The Sun is saying, be happy. That's all you need to do. Change your vibration. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. Just be actively, emotionally changing your emotional state to a state of gratitude, to a state of happiness. The Sun is shining on your back. Can you remember when the Sun, you know, shone on your back and you could feel your back was tingling with that beautiful energy of the Sun? Well, just imagine that all over your body today. Imagine that beauty. Imagine that job. Imagine whatever it is that you want today. Let it come and manifest, because it is there. You're basically hooked up to that reality coming into you right now. That's a beautiful card. And this is also about the next 12 months, okay, because it's a major arcana card. So whatever it is you want, I've been saying this for the last week, I feel, to you guys, that keep going. This is for the next 12 months. Okay, now I've got a really special thing I want to share with you. Now, the other day, where have I left them? Oh my God, where are they? Oh my gosh, where are they? Hang on a sec. I have got some wonderful cards that I got the other day. Oh, here they are. Look at them. Can you see the backs of them? And these cards are called Work Your Light cards. They were designed and created by an Australian writer, an Australian spiritual person, guru called Rebecca Campbell. You might know her, and I'm going to draw a card from this. I'm not fully familiar with them yet, but because they're so on point, I wanted to share them with you today. If anyone wants to know where I got these from, I got a whole package of her books and the cards from Amazon. In Australia, Amazon, okay? PM me if you want more information. Okay, so here we go. This card is for Sean Lohan. I think I've pronounced your name right. Sean, this is for you, darling. I'm not really familiar with these cards, but I'm going to pick the first card. Here we go. This is for you. Wow, Sean. This card is called Don't Dim Your Light. Don't dim your light because you're in fear of what other people might think. If you have got an idea, Sean, about how you want to go in your life and it sounds really weird to other people, don't be looking for other people to approve of what you want to do. Just friggin' go do it, okay? Don't dim your light. Be who you really are. Step into who you really are. And yes, and the question here that is written on the card is, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And this is not only a message for Sean, it's for all of us. It's for you online listening right now. Why are you dimming your light? Why are you throwing your dreams away? Why are you doing that? Is it because you're too scared, or you're afraid of what other people might think, or them together? Does that make sense? All right, now hang on a minute. I want to just have a look and see where it is. Don't dim your light. I'm having a look. So, oh, it's an inquiry card. Okay, I'll have a look at the inquiry card and read the rest. Okay, don't dim your light. Oh, here. No, no, no. Trust your. These are really great cards. I find they're really on point. Oh, here we are. Don't dim to fit in. And here's her reading. Okay, listen to this. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding, and you are part of that universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you, and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by them. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you, or you make them feel uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. Oh, that's fabulous, isn't it? By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That is completely normal. I call it the wobble, you know. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever. But the lesson they teach us can still live on. So the message is, don't dim your light, shine it out nice and bright. And oh my gosh, you know that card that we had? Where did I leave that card? Oh my God. I've got everything on my desk today. I've got my book about the Kriya and everything, the surrender. Okay, the surrender. Look at this. We've got the sun, and we've got the beautiful shining your light. I hope that made sense today, everybody, and that is just beautiful. So what are the ways today that you can shine your light for you? Please dig deep. Please get it all sorted. Life is to be cherished and to be loved. And guys, it says it here in the cards. They're never wrong. I hope you liked both cards today, and I hope you liked the Rebecca Campbell card. I absolutely love them. When I place them on my heart and I ask which cards for me today, I very often get a beautiful answer. And so in terms of surrender, when you feel that you're banging your head against a brick wall with a really crazy rock band, stop. Get into the present moment and surrender. Surrender, do a spiritual surrender. Just stop and really be intentional about that stopping, that surrendering at every moment, and stay focused to what your natural intuition is trying to tell you. That is beautiful. Everybody, I'm wishing you a very beautiful day, and I will be again on tomorrow morning with another wonderful thing for you to help bring joy, peace, and love to your life. I'll see you again tomorrow. In the meantime, if you've got any questions, if you want a reading, if you want to know anything that I can help you with, I don't do readings online, okay? It's my business. So that's how I live my life, doing tarot readings and other bits and pieces, of course. But if you want a reading, you know where to find me. Guys, in the meantime, have a really great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.